Are you serious? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, everybody?
All right, this is NSP Shot Sports Talk. We are here. Man, let me give y'all the definition. Y'all know NSP means not so professional sports talk. We're just a couple of guys. We're not advocating or anything saying that we are professionals. We're just a couple of guys that love sports, and we just talk about it, right? Got my boy here, Ty, is in the house. He's also the engineer extraordinaire. Go ahead and greet the people, Ty.
I'm here. What's going on? How y'all doing?
All right, and then we got the running back extraordinaire in the house. This is my son, D1 prospect, Tavion. What you call yourself, Turbo? Come on, greet the people, boy.
How y'all doing, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get into this.
Let's get into this.
Chicago
Yes,
sports
indeed.
talk.
So
we
y'all
got
know-
some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we got a couple of things to talk about, man. Listen, before we get started, good, would y'all come on and share? As a matter of fact, I'm liking it and I'm sharing it right now. Come on in. I'm coming on with this right now. Y'all come on and let's share it. Let's have some meaningful discussions. Also, if you'd like to call in, the number is 219-376-0225. Again, that number is 219-376-0225. So come on, call in. Let's talk about this stuff that, man, we got some things to talk about today, bro.
We do.
Man, so listen, I'm kind of getting depressed right now.
Oh, no,
because
don't do that.
Man,
Don't do that.
I'm depressed because
Let's be excited for the next season.
right. But now we got to go into hibernation, man. After the next game, it's
Nah,
like
I think a lot gonna be going on after Black Monday.
yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
gonna
true.
take about 2 months for them to find this next head coach.
Well, you know, the quicker,
Like the offseason gonna be crazy this year.
man. But the quicker that they find this coach, but they do. Listen, I was asking a question. Do they have to wait until, like, they got some candidates that's going to still be in the playoffs? Do they have to wait until afterwards, or can they
have to
hire
wait.
them?
So the rule is they have to wait until the divisional round in
the-
order
okay.
to right. So any team that does not make the playoffs, they have to wait till 3 days after the season to start those interviews. But if they're in the playoffs, they have to wait until the week of the divisional round,
The
and then they
divisional
can
round.
only interview them for 3 hours. That's it.
Okay. But a decision can be made.
It can,
It can.
but I doubt if they make the decision to after the playoffs is over. Honestly,
Right. The reason why, because I remember last year, coming into last year, there was a few teams that directly after the season was over, they hired new coaches right away.
right? Because
Oh, yeah.
those coaches were not in the playoffs.
Right, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. So definitely, okay, so now
Because
I understand that.
you can't get everything you need to get out of a 3-hour interview because you have to ask them like who are their offensive coordinators gonna be,
Right,
what's their
right.
vision and all that. So really,
3 hours is not enough.
right.
3 hours.
No, those interviews normally go 7-8 hours, like a whole day.
I guess I'm
know?
already ready to select that dude, man. So we
Right,
just get the ball rolling. Cause let's be clear.
And two, they can't like if the coach is in the playoffs,
Yeah.
they can't even announce that until after the season is over.
Right, they can't announce it, but
Right,
they
right,
can
because technically
internally
he's
make-
still working for another team.
Right, and they don't want to cause a distraction either with that current particular team. Again, y'all can call in 219. That's 376-0225. 219-376-0225. Man, this year has been a surprise to me, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Tay, let's be clear. Going into this season, well, let's go back to the off season. When they made the moves in free agencies, bringing in Keenan Allen, re-signing DJ Moore, you know what I'm saying? We got the deal done with Jalen Johnson. We elected to send Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it don't look like we're gonna get that 4th round pick.
Nah, that ain't happening.
We gonna get that 6th
I
round
think at
pick.
this point, even if he plays in the next game, it's still not
It's
enough.
still not
Because he
enough.
has to play 51% of the snaps.
And it's not gonna happen.
So, yeah.
It's not gonna happen. So look like we're gonna get that 6th round pick. But if you go back and look at the dynamics, the talent base, because we got a subpar offensive line, but in my opinion, dealing with different coaching. If we had different coaching, they could have made it do what it do.
Yeah.
Even with the players that we have now.
Yeah, because a couple of those plays. I mean, even on Thursday. I'm sorry, I'm trying to share it.
yeah.
But even on Thursday, we kind of ran into the same problem.
We did.
At the end
We
of the
did.
game,
We
we're
did.
calling the timeouts and all
Yes,
that stuff.
right.
and Same problem.
So hence we talking about our coaching search, right?
Yeah.
So again, did I envision seeing the Bears at 4-12 right now? Heck no. Heck no. You couldn't have told me that the Bears were gonna literally be 4-12 at this juncture. Especially with at least 5 of those games they should have won.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
At least 5 of those games they should have won.
The
man.
Washington game.
Yep. Uh-huh.
The Detroit game.
Absolutely.
Minnesota.
Yep.
So that's 3.
That's 3
Yeah,
right
I
there.
mean, technically they should have beaten the Patriots,
The Patriots and
Arizona. Yeah.
And to be honest, we should have won Thursday.
Right.
We should have won
So
Thursday.
you're looking at 6 games, really, 5 to 6 games.
5 to 6 games we should have. The
That
Bears should
coaching
be
beat
in
us.
the hunt.
Our own coaches beat us.
They did. They did. A failed system, a failed coaching system.
Yeah.
And it brings me to another point, and I'm not deviating off that subject.
Right.
But Ryan Poles, and I agree that he's been taking a lot of heat. And I do applaud him for some of the moves he made, but one of the detrimental moves he made, in my opinion, was bringing back Eberflus.
I agree.
Now he had he didn't
you
have
know,
a
it's
choice
like
when he was first
But I
hired.
was gonna say that. Did he have a choice
When he was first hired,
Yeah.
he
But
didn't
so
have that
this
choice.
the thing, we really don't know if he had a choice even in the offseason.
We don't.
Because there's reports out there saying that, he wasn't allowed to fire him because he still had that 3 years left on the deal at that time.
Okay,
So-
you bring up a great point.
So a lot of people saying that he wasn't allowed to fire him. He really wanted to fire him in the offseason,
Okay.
but it was denied.
It was
basically.
denied by
Yeah.
the McCaskey family.
Exactly.
Which the McCaskey family, and
That's why a lot of
what's
people
that?
mad right now.
Yeah, what's the guy?
George.
George McCaskey
Yeah.
is literally running this organization into the ground, and the reason why he's running into the ground, man, is because he's got his hand in a place where he don't know what he's doing.
Right. But I think he's trying to fix that. I mean, because
Yeah, I agree.
my point of view on it, and it's just my point of view. So he hired Kevin. First of all, he said that he's a fan, and
Yeah.
he really doesn't know the background of what
Right,
to do
right,
as far as
right,
the team.
right.
So that's why he hired Kevin Warren.
Yes.
And then a lot of people is mad because Kevin Warren is doing his job.
You
know what I'm saying?
That
So-
blows me, Ty. Ty, I gotta chime in on this one. Go ahead, bro.
So it's like, I feel like Kevin Warren is doing his job. He's being the face because George McCaskey doesn't want to be the face. So he hired
And by
Kevin
right,
Warren
by right he
to
should
be the face.
That's right. That's right. And then he's taking a lot of slack and flap. But as a pastor of a church, right? I've been pastoring the church that I am at now for the past almost 12 years. So, with that being said, when I first came in as the pastor, I just couldn't go in and start changing everything right away.
Right.
That would have caused such a ripple effect, and it would have caused more damage
Right.
than helping.
Right.
And it's the same terminology, and I guess people in leadership got to be able to understand this dynamic that even Kevin Warren, they're saying that he's giving the keys to the city, but he's not really giving those keys. He got to get in.
He got to figure people out,
He got to
know?
he got to figure the whole thing out. Now, I'm listening to some of the fans. I'm listening to some of the commentators, especially on ESPN 10,000. I mean 1,000. I said 10,000. 1,000. But you got the midday show, which is
Bernstein and
Not Bernstein. We're talking about the receiver that we used to have. Waddle and
oh,
Silver.
all right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on
You're
670
670
to score. I'm sorry.
So we're talking about Waddle and Sylvie. Sylvie is like detrimentally hard on Kevin Warren. Oh, where's the stadium?
I don't understand why.
Like, why you expected this man to come in less than 2 years and build a whole stadium?
All right, so
Have a
look,
stadium
but
deal?
That takes
these people
time,
that
bro.
these are the people that doesn't know business. So let's talk
Yes.
about that for a second. Kevin Warren comes in, like I business management, that's what I do.
Right,
so
right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. Kevin Warren comes in, he uses Chicago as a patsy.
Right.
While everybody thinking that he really wants the stadium to go downtown, he used that to play Arlington Heights.
Right.
So when he did that, as we can see, they
As we
got
can
the
see.
deal done now in Arlington Heights.
They got some taxes.
So
baby.
now, since
They
he got the
their
taxes
tax
right,
deal done.
do we really hear him still talking about
Not
putting
at
the
all.
stadium downtown?
Not at all.
I don't think that was the play in the first place.
Yes.
They used that as leverage.
That's it.
You
That's
know what
it.
I'm saying? So
It-
they
it would've
spent a
been
couple of million doing the hard rock
Yeah,
show
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But they gonna gain trillions doing the long haul.
Yeah.
So that little investment they invested to do this big, are we gonna do the stadium downtown? Here goes how it's gonna look and all that stuff. They paid the money to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
They gonna get all that money back.
They are.
All
And
that
then
money.
some. And
You know?
because they get to, in Arlington Heights, they get to build a community, a
Yeah,
Chicago
they gonna
Bears
have
community.
hotels. They gonna just like the Cubs did on the
Restaurant.
north side.
Yes.
you
In
know.
the Wrigleyville.
Wrigleyville,
It's
yeah.
all of that. And it's going to be right there in Arlington Heights, which is about 45 minutes away from Chicago.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Arlington Heights. You got
He
better
gonna have
parking,
they gonna
better
have
access.
McCaskey's World like Jeremy's
Come
World
on.
in Dallas.
Absolutely,
So-
bro. And then to be honest with you, it wasn't Mayor Johnson. It was absolutely
It was
Pritzker.
the governor, Pritzker.
Yeah, literally.
But
he-
honestly,
he-
I don't think they wanted it to happen in the first place.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like these people talk behind the scenes.
Yeah, they do.
McCaskey could have called Pritzker and said, "You know what? This is just a play for us to do what we got to do.
Right.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
We don't really want to be here. Y'all don't really want to
Because it
spend the
made no
money.
sense,
so this, what you saying is exactly what we
Yeah.
want you to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the reality is that you got three different projects trying to go on at one time. The Bears trying to build a stadium in Chicago. Then you got the White Sox
trying to, yeah.
and then you got
Which that's not
the
gonna
soccer
happen.
team, which the soccer
I think
team.
the soccer team gonna get theirs
They
because
already
they're
got
paying. They're paying for their own
Yes.
stadium, though.
Yes.
They don't need government
Outside money.
funding.
So man, when you talk about this is about to be crazy, they're going to build it. Of course, they even regressed to talk about the Michael Reese.
Yeah,
signing.
none of that's gonna happen.
None of it. So
Arlington Heights is where it is.
absolutely, but
That's
I'm
where it's
looking
gonna
at-
be from the start.
It was fun to look at it as a view of it being downtown.
Well, it would have been
But-
great because the landmark of what they showed would have been, nothing but a huge tourist attraction.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna happen out there. So
It's still gonna be a tourist attraction.
just gonna be in Arlington Heights?
It's just gonna be in Arlington Heights because people are gonna go see the Bears. Like,
absolutely.
No.
especially
facts.
with a brand new stadium,
Big
a
facts.
brand new. Look at Rosemont. Look how Rosemont. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
And
Absolutely.
Arlington Heights is gonna kill it. They're gonna kill it out there.
They're about to make.
The Dallas Cowboys don't play in Dallas.
Exactly, but they still in
Oh,
Dallas.
I ain't
No,
never
they
knew
don't.
that.
No.
They don't.
Seriously?
Jerry's
Yeah,
World is
crazy.
not in Dallas. It's in a suburb of Dallas. It's like an hour away from Dallas.
It is.
And
that's
people
what they're gonna
travel.
do.
They go.
There you go.
That's what they're going to do.
Arlington Heights is closer to Chicago than Dallas Stadium is to Dallas.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you're gonna have better travel. You're gonna have better parking access. It's gonna be
Yep.
a whole better venture. And I believe that the whole play, but Chicago missed on this one. They should have made a deal when they could, if it was ever
But
really
see,
in
part
play.
of the problem is that Chicago can't control the friends of the park. Remember
That's
them?
it.
Remember
The
them?
friends of the
People
park.
don't talk about them that much, but they control what goes on the lakefront.
That's crazy. That's
They've
crazy.
turned down, like they wanted to build President
Obama.
Obama's.
Yeah.
They want to build that on the lakefront. Friends of the park
Yep.
shot it down.
And they shot it down.
You
And
know?
they wanted to shoot down Washington Park.
And they were supposed to build something else. It was something about the space, something with space or something that this man
Yeah.
wanted to build downtown on the lakefront, and they shot that down.
And man,
they're
you
not
should-
gonna let anything else be built on to the detriment of Chicago, because now they're gonna lose the Bears. Nobody's gonna be playing this Soldier Field.
Nobody.
The Bears, Chicago's still gonna have to pay for the stadium.
Yeah.
Like they still
Yeah.
owe money. They owe a loan on that stadium for the next 20 years.
Yes, I mean, and
So when the Bears move, Chicago still has to pay for the stadium.
yeah, I think the Bears owe like 80 mil,
Something like
80
that.
mil, so they're gonna pay that off.
80
Man, but
mil
they're
is
gonna
crazy.
get that back in concessions the first game.
Yeah.
So,
But there's not gonna be a game if the Bears move.
no, I'm talking about when they move to Arlington. They're gonna make that money back.
But
no
I'm saying,
problem.
like, no. The Chicago took out a loan.
Right.
So the Bears don't owe that loan.
I get that,
Chicago
yeah,
owes
Chicago
the
owes
loan.
that
So
loan.
when the Bears move,
They still gotta pay
Chicago
it.
still has to pay that loan.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking
But
about the lease.
right, the
for
lease,
Bears.
yeah, they still owe for the lease,
Yeah.
but the money that they owe on the lease doesn't amount to what the
Oh,
loan
no,
is
no, no.
that
For-
Chicago owe.
For Chicago, for the
Exactly.
Soldier Field.
Exactly.
So I get Pastor Henry Razor. What's up, man? Erica Adams. We got Tanisha Jones. Thank y'all for coming in, checking us out real quickly. We just a couple of guys talking about some sports things, man. So listen, Chicago Bears and the coaching search. Coaching search. Right now I'm looking at the top 5 candidates. I don't know who made this list up, but they got on this one. It says Bears Wire, Joe Brady from the Buffalo Bills. He's the offensive coordinator. I don't particularly agree that he is a top candidate. He
I
is a
don't.
top maybe 4.
I think he's number 2, maybe.
You think he's number 2? I'm gonna go number 3. I think we got which they got on this list, Ben Johnson. I think he's the clear
number
leader.
1, right.
Clear leader.
So again, this list is a thing of jockeying.
Right,
We know
right.
Ben Johnson won about 15 mil at least a year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make it look like you ain't the first choice, so you could take less money.
So you
but
can
he ain't
take
going
less money.
nowhere.
Okay,
he ain't going nowhere.
Good strategy, y'all. Bears Wire, good strategy.
When it come to business, it's always a strategy.
Man, did
everything.
y'all hear the interview that he gave about Caleb Williams? The comments that he made.
Yes.
Who made?
That Ben Johnson made about Caleb. Oh man, it was
Yes.
it was no short of amazing. He's literally just advocated. But any coordinator, anybody that's in this Bears search wants to coach Caleb Williams.
I'm a tad bit worried about Ben Johnson
Okay, talk to me.
because he has to pick the right defensive coordinator.
I agree.
Facts.
Or our defense is gonna go way backwards. So if he comes in and pick like a 3-4 defense coordinator, then we have to rebuild the defensive line basically. You know, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I'm worried
So
about.
do you suppose we stay with what we are now defensively?
No.
Right. So they got right. So they got right now.
I think it's coaching.
Okay.
You know, but we need the right 4-3 coach so we can keep the same
I agree.
players
I
on the
agree.
line.
So then we got Washington that held Seahawks to 6 points.
Right, but look at the 3 games before.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, the weather was bad, so we got to look at the context of the game. Like
Okay.
the weather was bad, it was raining, it was windy, you know. So that was
Yeah.
one of those do what you got to do to get the win and get out of here type of games.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
it. And they barely got out of here with that win. But
Yeah.
I don't really believe that the Bears was really trying to win that game, to be honest with you.
I don't think so either.
They were
Because we
definitely
ran into
was
the
not
same
playing
problem.
like it.
No. If you want to call in, 219-376-0225. Get that number, is 219-376-0225. All right? So we got Ben Johnson, who is a clear leader. He speaks highly of Caleb Williams. He
does.
But one thing that Little and I talked about last week when we heard the interview, because pretty much Ben had not been on camera doing a lot of interviews.
Right.
But what he did last week, I saw poise in this man. I saw confidence. I saw intelligence. I saw a look at the game this man is studying Caleb already. But I'm not saying he's the only one.
Right.
I'm not saying he's the only one.
why
But he's
not?
studying Caleb.
You might have that position.
Right.
Right.
He's studying, he's seeing some variables that even Brown, who had the chance, but Brown is not utilizing him to the full potential.
What if they give him
So Browns, but
another
see
chance?
No.
they not there. That's not gonna happen.
It's dead.
But
It's
the-
dead.
but-
That's dead.
But see, to be fair, Thomas Brown is not running his offense. He's running Shane Waldron's offense. You know what I'm
I agree,
saying?
but-
so it's like
If anybody had a chance to change that, who could have done
you
it?
can't do that in the middle of the season.
You can't change it
that's-
all the way, but you can implement some things that there was some plays, man, that I saw that Brown could have literally did some things different.
And there's some plays on the field that the players missed too, though. Like, you
I
know what
agree.
I'm saying? Caleb didn't play his best game.
No, he
like
didn't.
he missed a lot
then
of
the
he missed a lot of
O-line.
throws. The O-line sucked. So I don't care what plays you give him. If the O-line can't block,
That's
We
That's
in a
been-
bad
like we
situation.
remember we
Yeah.
talked about that
Yeah.
before. Like I don't know if it was on the show. I think I was just talking to my wife about it. But it's like in playing football, because I've played football. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And so as a wide receiver,
uh-huh.
you have to give the players time to run their routes.
They have to run
You
their
know,
routes.
so
You gotta give time.
if I got him running a 10-yard in,
Yeah.
that's all timing.
Yeah.
So if I don't have time to sit back there and wait on him to make that happen, he can't run the route.
This man
And
barely have time enough to do his
when you cut the
drops.
routes down to 3-yard, 4-yard routes, that's when you get a lot of blitzing because then
Yeah.
they want to take that short timing away from
Yep,
you.
yep.
So it's almost impossible to run an offense
Seahawks
if you don't
did
have
it all
block.
night. They
Yep.
did it all night.
Man, they sitting the whole house almost the whole night.
All night. What you
Just
just
blitzing.
said.
Because
Blitz.
they knew that the Bears was gonna come in with a short passing game.
Yep.
So when you know that the other team is gonna do a short passing game, you
Blitz.
blitz
Blitz.
because you don't want to give them any time to throw the ball.
Man.
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's
Exactly what
exactly what happened, man. And they're lucky our defense did play better because this game could have turned out to be a blowout as well.
I mean,
Caleb didn't even have time to
was
look up.
it was smart to blitz. Our receivers is better than
Yeah.
They
their
secondary.
whole
Right.
defense. Like we could have killed them if we had a decent O line the
Yeah.
whole game.
yeah,
and they
I
knew
agree.
that. The
only-
O line we
and
just
they-
blitz them.
and
The
that-
only plays Caleb was able to make was when he rolled out of the pocket. That was it.
That was it. But then when they started rolling out the pipe, they started blitzing. If you notice, they started blitzing from the right side.
Yeah.
They started blitzing from the right side because when he actually rolls to the right and then go left.
More so.
More
Yeah.
so because literally they start blitzing and sending three guys
Oh, yeah,
that
they
way.
sending-
Look, and then when the O-line actually does their job, it's a holding call.
It's a holding call.
Took a touchdown
I agree.
off the board.
Oh my God. Oh my
that would
God.
have won the game for them.
Oh my God.
Like,
In the
them,
long
like
run.
they
Yeah.
real life. Almost a word.
He didn't even have to hold him. Like
Nah, they
Caleb
didn't
was
have to.
gone
They didn't
already.
have
Yeah, Caleb was gone.
And that was
He didn't have to hold him because Caleb had already rolled out. He
Yep.
was already in the midst of making that pass. There's
Yep.
no way that lineman could have got to him in time.
Seattle, they didn't care about our receivers so much. They even had like QB spies. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
they watching Caleb. Just blitz him the whole game and we'll
They
win.
didn't have
Like,
to be.
They didn't have to.
They didn't have to be worried about the receivers
Yeah.
simply because they knew that Caleb wasn't gonna have time enough to throw.
Exactly.
And that was the
Stop the
problem.
box,
So
stop
now-
the run, and blitz.
Let's get back to it. So we got Ben Johnson, who is that number one, right? Then we got Mike Vrabel.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mike Vrabel. I'm hearing on ESPN 1000 and 670 Score that Vrabel is the number one option.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think
'Cause right now
I think
he's
it's
a-
Ben Johnson.
Okay, so let's talk about that because right now Vrabel
Who
is
is,
the Titans head coach, current
Oh yeah, I was
consultant.
gonna say Titans. Yeah.
He's the consultant, so he's doing pretty much a head coaching job right now with the Browns. He's the consultant to the head coach.
So now we got then now we talking about bringing another defensive man to coach in.
Okay,
So
Okay.
now we got to worry about
who's gonna?
who's going to be the offensive coordinator, who he's going to bring.
No said.
And then if that offensive coordinator is good, now we changing offensive coordinators every 2-3 years if they do a good job with
no
Caleb.
said.
Yeah.
No said.
So now
Ben
we back
Johnson,
to
clearly.
we back to the Lovie Smith era.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Can only get so far, and then we're bottoming out, especially when you got that guy in what's his name that was in the Super Bowl with Lovey, the quarterback. I forget. It's right here.
The quarterback, Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
Rex Grossman. Now we got a problem because he didn't have that tutelage to get him over that hump.
Exactly.
So yeah,
And then the
Ben
next,
Johnson.
year, they lost the coordinator. So
Yeah.
now you bringing in another coordinator
Yep.
that's gonna bring in their philosophy. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
I
now
do.
you starting all over again. So that's why a lot of teams now, if you look at a lot of the best teams that are making the playoffs every year, they have offensive mind and head coaches.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
their offense doesn't change. Defense is easier to coach than offense.
Because Kansas City coach, what's his name?
Who? Kansas City coach?
Yeah, that's oh my goodness.
How we forget his name?
Right.
How we forget
I'm
his
gonna say
name?
Reed.
Yeah,
Reed.
yeah.
Reed.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Reed.
we talking about Reed, who still calls the offensive play.
Exactly.
That man, he knows. That's one dude you could tell. Like he studied his quarterback to the T. He studied his quarterback and whoever he's playing.
A
to
lot
the
of
T.
people forget that
Like,
he was winning with Alex Smith before Mahomes.
Absolutely.
The man.
Absolutely.
You know, that's why Mahomes got to sit on the bench the whole
Because
first
he
year.
was winning with
He
Alex
was
Smith.
winning with Alex Smith.
The man Mahomes can do everything. I seen him truck a guy. I was
Did
like,
you see
this
the
is
last
crazy.
game?
This is crazy.
This don't make no sense, man. But
This is crazy.
again, Caleb possessed the same type of qualities,
He does.
or better. I'm gonna be honest with
He
you.
just ain't got no help. It's a team sport.
This man actually, and I'm not taking nothing away from Mahomes. You can't take nothing away from
can't.
Mahomes. But literally, Caleb, if you look at his dynamics, he possessed qualities that he can actually be better than
Yeah.
Mahomes. We just got to get that man protection.
Yeah.
We got to get him
Yeah,
protection.
he's fighting for his life.
That's
Every snap.
I think he's a
literally.
better passer than Mahomes.
I agree.
Like he's a more accurate thrower.
Yeah, I agree. So we got Ben Johnson. Let's do it. Okay. So what you just said, thank you so much, Ty. Thank y'all. Vrabel, even though he is a desirable head coach, I don't think he's what the Bears need.
He's the leader of men they're looking for. But then you have to go into the technicalities of things with how you gonna run the offense, how you gonna run the
Yeah,
defense.
yeah,
So when you pick your offensive coordinator, how long is he gonna stick around before he gets the head coaching job?
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
facts.
Ben Johnson been with the Lions for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now he about to go.
Now he about to go.
So now we're gonna have to see how the Lions offense gonna look next year
Yeah.
without Ben
And
Johnson.
they know he's gone. They know.
Yeah, they know.
They know he's
They know
off
he's
and
gone.
gone. They're preparing themselves now to be without Ben Johnson. So
And then
Now-
you got to look at this. When Ben Johnson leaves, he needs an offensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
So he may take somebody else off the offense on Detroit to
That's
bring
true.
with him.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm
'Cause
saying?
I don't
So
think he's
you
gonna stay with
killing the
Brown.
Detroit offense.
Yeah.
He might take some of those people with him. All he has to do is get him a title raise.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
what
title
you
race.
think is gonna happen with Brown? Is just
Brown out. Brown out.
do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
Brown
Just
out
get
of
rid
there.
Brown
of
out
him.
of there.
Brown out of there,
He's gonna
man.
he's gonna get a job somewhere else.
Yeah, for
he might
sure.
end up in Detroit.
For sure.
Let me see. Joe Brady. So
Detroit?
now I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But Joe Brady, I can see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
At least he's number 2 because he's still an offensive minded coach.
And look what he's doing with
He's doing-
Allen.
he's
Oh
doing-
my
yeah,
God.
yeah, no,
Allen don't have a
yeah.
team. Like,
Yeah.
look at can name me one of the receivers on the
I can't.
Bills.
I cannot.
You see what
I
I'm
cannot.
saying?
I cannot.
I don't know
I
who these
cannot.
dudes are.
And this man is in the running for the MVP
Yeah, he is. He is.
with a bad defense.
And this man is a great candidate
Yeah.
for MVP.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So Joe Brady is over there killing it.
Okay,
the
so
dude
what
is-
about Liam Cohen from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They saying that he's in the running.
He'll get an interview.
He'll get an interview. Kyle Shanahan, San Francisco.
He ain't going nowhere. He's staying with San Francisco.
Okay, so now what about Pete Carroll?
No way, no how.
Okay,
Nah, we straight on Pete.
but what-
No way.
But
Y'all
what
keep-
about?
y'all keep Pete?
Okay, so
I mean,
y'all
that,
say we straight on
grabbing,
Pete.
talking about Pete is just is still talking about what's his name from the Patriots,
Belichick.
right? Belichick. Like Belichick took the North Carolina job only to put his son in position to be the head coach. Like he's not gonna stick around that long.
That's
You see
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
I ain't think of that. That's
true.
crazy.
But
I
You know,
didn't think of that.
so Pete Carroll is gonna come in for what, 2-3 years? So then we
This is what
like
they-
he's 73 years old.
He's 73 years old. So this is what they're saying. They're saying that There's no way he's going to get the head coaching job. They said
Hire him as a consultant or something.
but they said they'll hire him as the team president
oh no,
of football operations.
oh no, that's Kevin Warren's job.
I get it, but they said Kevin needs to hire
But
him.
Pete Carroll can't come in and build a stadium. You see what I'm saying? Like, Kevin Warren's job is not just that.
I get it.
That's why they have Ryan Poles. Like, Kevin Warren is coming in to assist Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
He's not doing Ryan Poles' job. Like, there's in Ryan Poles' contract, in most GM contracts, it's built into the contract for him to pick his team.
And that's why
A lot of people don't understand that. Kevin Warren can't come in and pick the head coach because Ryan Poles' contract won't allow him to do that.
okay.
He can't do that.
Okay. But
He 100% can't do that.
He stepped in the Pole's tail though. If you can
I
see
mean, he
it.
could do that,
No, you can see it
He
during
could
the
do
last
that.
interview.
but he should have.
He absolutely should have. Yes. He stepped
But
in his
maybe
tail.
so. So this my thing on that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at it in a different perspective on how Ryan Poles was looking when they did the whole interview.
Right.
So what I saw on his face was a person sitting back eating popcorn, watching everything go down. I didn't look in his face to see defeat like everybody else did. I was looking back like, I told these fools. That was
it.
the look I
Like,
seen.
he
Like, no, y'all
nah,
handle it.
this
Because
is what I
when I said do this, y'all want to do it y'all way, so I ain't got nothing to say.
And that's
y'all
exactly-
handle it.
yeah, that's
and
exactly
that's the
what it
look
was.
I seen. You know what I'm saying? So Rand Poles is safe. He fine. I feel like the moves he wanted to make, they said no, and so now they have to speak forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so, Mr. Kevin Warren, since you're the president now and McCaskey don't talk and you talk, so now you got to talk for the McCaskies on the reason why I couldn't fire this fool in the offseason.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? So why would I, if I was him, I would have sat back and said nothing too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Absolutely, what you said, I agree with. It is obvious that happened because.
And let me throw this in. They were saying on the score yesterday that Ryan Post did an interview on Thursday morning on ESPN 1000 because he does an interview before the games
Right.
and he said, I seen the problem happening in training camp.
Yeah.
He said that.
And he did
You
say
see what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah, he did
so
say
if he throwing these little crumbs out to us,
He
you
said it
gotta
just like
know.
that.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
You know what I'm saying? So if he throwing these crumbs out here to us, you got to pay attention to the crumbs. If he's saying he's seen that during training camp, don't think he sat around and just did nothing. But at the same time, he can't throw the McCaskies under the bus.
because they his balls. Right.
You know, but it's like, hey, I seen this at training camp. I seen it happening, but
And I tried to tell y'all.
you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So that's why I think his job is safe because he wasn't allowed to make the moves that he wanted
And
to
they
make.
regret it. And they regret
Yep.
it. Because to be honest with you, he wanted to get rid of Eberflus in
Kevin Warren
at the end of last
said
season.
he said in that interview, press conference interview, that everybody's overlooking. Ryan Poles is going to lead the charge on the coach search.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there to assist him.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So-
but the reality is that now whoever that head coach is, because of what the McCaskies
He got a
did,
hit on it, though.
not because of what the Ryan Poles did.
Well, I
but
mean-
what the McCaskies did.
Right.
Now he's going to come in and he's going to have to lay eyes on this person and talk to him too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we tend to forget that the head coaches were picked before Ryan Poles was even hired.
He was only given 3 options.
You see what I'm saying?
How you get this man
so
3
now
options?
they saying, but now they trying to say that he could have not took those 3 and then
Bullcrap.
picked his own.
Bullcrap.
But by then, like you way dead late in the game
Because the
all
best
the good head
coaches are
coaches were gone. So he had to pick from what he had because he didn't have the proper time
Absolutely.
to really pick a coach.
Absolutely.
So-
just like right now, in your estimation, and I'll let you go first, Dave. How long is it going to take the Bears to choose their head coach? One day, week after the season. Where they going?
Ooh. I mean, he fired what's his face right away for that little incident. So
how
I
long-
think the way his mentality is gonna be right away. Like
Okay, right away. Like what? Give me an estimate.
after the season,
Yep.
but he gotta. I don't know. That's hard though.
It's not hard.
I don't know.
It's not hard.
To me,
It's
it's
not
hard
hard.
because it's like
It's not hard. I'm telling you.
Because he's still fishing.
You got to go back
coaches.
to last season. You got to go back to last season. After that season was over, how long do you think, Ty?
I think he's going to... So with the head coach, I think he's going to pick. I think he's not going to be able to announce it till after the Super Bowl.
Okay. So how many days?
I think they already know who they want. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be
but
honest.
the thing is they have to
They got to go through the process.
go through the process,
Yeah.
and you know the Rooney Rule.
Right.
They have to interview at least 2 black or Hispanic head coaches.
And
So they have to do that. Sometimes that's hard though. When most head coaches know that you're not gonna really hire them, they don't even like to do the interview.
Right, they don't
so
like to-
sometimes that makes it difficult because you can't find those head coaches to hire to hit that obligation.
But doesn't
You know-
that come out to the invite though? They invited those people and they turned them down.
See,
And
that's
that
the part.
clears them.
See, that's the part I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
If the record says that they have to invite them, they have
I
to
mean,
give them
I think
opportunity.
I think they are gonna interview Flores.
Yeah. They
So
will.
I think they're gonna.
They will.
I don't think he's gonna turn that interview down.
It's
So,
gonna be an interesting interview. too.
yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting interview. Me, I predict one day after the Super Bowl, they gonna announce their head coach.
Absolutely, I agree
One
with that.
day.
The
I
next day
think-
after.
Next day after
yeah.
the Super Bowl.
But I think they
gonna
already.
announce.
I mean, let's be 100. I think they really want Ben Johnson.
Yes.
So if they can agree on the terms, Ben Johnson's gonna be the head
Hey,
coach.
let me just tell you this. If the Detroit Lions, for some reason, get eliminated, I believe the day after elimination, it's a possibility.
They still gotta wait.
They still gotta wait? Okay. All right. I thought that they
I
could,
think they do. I think
I
they
thought
do.
they could announce it as long
we
as
have
that
to.
team is not in.
We have to
Do the research on that.
We'll do the research and confirm that next week.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, so we talked about the head coaches. Pete Carroll, okay, so we talked about the head coaches. Eberflus, it was real knowing you. You'll end up.
Pete Carroll
as a
has
offensive
Shane
coordinator.
Waldron, so I don't want him around.
Oh my God!
No,
oh my
seriously.
God.
Yeah, we
yeah.
cool. We cool on
All
I
that.
don't want him around.
So now we got some problems to address.
What's that?
So we got some problems to address. We talked about it. The major problem that they've had is offensive line. So going into this offseason, free agency, let's talk about it. NFL offensive line available free agents 2025. All right. So let's see. All right, so come on now. I said offensive line. Okay, they got a guard, Trey Smith from Kansas City. Should we go? We need a
Is
guard.
he one of the top?
How old
Free
is he?
agency?
Let me see.
That's the question. How old is he?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, offensive guard.
Honestly, I feel like they should get a veteran center,
A veteran center. Okay.
and then address the other positions in the draft. That's my opinion.
Okay. So it don't say his age. Look,
Yeah.
25 years old.
Oh well, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
Trey Smith is 25 years old.
Do they got his PFF ranking on there? No.
Yes, 80.4.
Okay, that's not bad.
80.4 ranks 10th among all guards.
Right, that's not bad.
All right.
Oh yeah, get bro in there. That's better than anything we got.
Right.
I don't even know
Right.
none of our old line
But we
names.
gotta-
I don't even know these dudes.
Yeah, well,
I don't
So
want to
they
know
talk-
them. And if I do know their name, it was
he
because
from what, Kansas City? You said
Multiple players. You got to stop hitting this table.
he from Kansas City?
He's from Kansas City.
Man, so it's a chance he might actually become a free agent because Kansas City got a lot of money tied up in their offensive line already.
They do.
They do.
So we may be able to get him, and Ryan Post may be able to get him because he already know him.
Okay.
You know Ryan Post from Kansas City.
That's correct.
So,
That's correct. Okay, so we also got a problem with our safety because we don't know what's going on with Brisker.
I ain't trying to touch safety yet. We need to fix the line. Like we build, you
but we
build
still got. Okay,
you
all right.
build inside first. Even with
I mean,
defensive
we still
line.
got some of the. I think our what's our rankings in defense
All right.
for this year? We still talking some of the top.
Okay, but guess who's available?
Top in,
Who
we talking
available?
about defense.
Who available?
He's gonna be a free agent. Khalil Mack.
Oh no, man.
No,
No,
You
you
man.
ain't saying bring that back.
He like 80 years old, man.
He still be killing though.
Nah,
Khalil
man.
Mack. Is,
The only way I would get Khalil Mack is if that was the position away from Super Bowl.
okay.
Like the Rams when they got what's his name playing in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then they won a Super
right.
Bowl,
You from
yeah.
from Denver. I
Yeah.
forgot his name though.
All right,
yeah.
we got another edge rusher, Josh Sweat. We got two Sweats.
What's his ranking? PFF ranking.
Where is it at? Oh, wait, no, the passer. His pass rush win rate is 14.9. It don't say his PFF. rank.
14.9.
Yeah. On 75.5.
I mean, if the money right.
If the
But
money
we need a star on the other side. Cause I mean, y'all might not agree with
What
me,
about
but I
Has-
just don't feel like Sweat a star.
What about Hassan Reddick from the New York Jets? It's
Yeah.
72.0 PFF. All right.
They all right, man.
Malcolm Konich from Los Angeles.
No, I don't even know him.
Right. So we got a few guys coming out, man. They need to address it. Okay, so
Because I'm looking at the offensive players coming out in the draft. You know, and Kevin Banks Jr., man. Ooh.
What's the worst case? Where would the Bears?
Like we'll be able to get at least one of the top two offensive tackles in the draft. It's either Kevin Banks Jr. or Wyatt Milon, if I can say
okay.
his name right. Here you go.
Oh, that's the
Those the offensive tackles coming
That's
out
coming
in the
out in
draft,
college.
and that's how they rank.
okay. So we got Kevin Banks.
Yep, Kevin
from
Banks
Texas.
Jr. Yep,
We got Wyatt Malam.
yep.
We got Will Campbell.
We could get at least those. Stop. We could get at least.
Oh shoot, my bad.
We could get at least those three. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the Bears could end up, the Bears could end up right now with the
Everybody wants where his name is Will Campbell. That's what everybody
Yeah.
wants Will Campbell.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's fine. So our position in the draft, we'll have the pick of the litter really, because if you look at the draft order, most everybody at the beginning, the Giants need a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's his name from Colorado? He's going in the top 5. You know, so we'll be able to get a tackle.
Okay. So we'll definitely be able to get a good tackle.
And then we got 2 picks at the top of the second round.
We do at the top of the second round.
So we could address another offensive lineman and then the defense at that point.
We use the first round pick on the offensive tackle.
Yes,
tackle.
absolutely. We got to.
At this point, we have to.
We got a left tackle.
But what if there's an
gotta
amazing
fix.
edge rusher that's available?
We gotta fix left tackle.
I agree, but what if there's an edge rusher? Okay, so that
Let me
tackle
see.
will be available at number 10. So if we get the number 6,
At least
do we
one of the first 3 gonna be available at 10. But right now we at 9. So depending on who lose this Sunday,
Right.
we may drop.
Right.
Like we may
Right.
go up and go up.
I get what
So
you're saying.
if we end up like 7th pick, 6th pick,
Then we deal it. We deal it. Get the we take their pick. We still get our offensive tackle and then get another pick.
we could do that. We definitely could do that.
Yeah, but the Bears got some options.
right.
Bears got some options. Cause right now I did see where they said we're number 9 so far. So we got some stuff to address in the draft. But free agency, we got some stuff to address. we still got multiple picks. We got 2 second round. We still got our 3rd round. We got 4th round. We got 2 6th round. So we're still reaping off that trade with Carolina.
Yeah, we get this year. This the last.
Yeah.
That 2nd round pick from Carolina this year. Then we'll be done with that.
Then we'll be done with that. We're still reaping the benefit of it. The Bears, in my opinion, I have confidence that Ryan Poles and the team is going to do the right things on this offseason. They got to get it right now.
I got a question about this. So, do you think Ryan Poles is 100% responsible for the players because the reason why I say this is a lot of times when you have a head coach, the head coach has an input also in what type of players that he wants to fit in his system.
I agree.
So, how do we know that he's not going on the recommendations of what Eberflus wanted?
I don't think.
You see what I'm saying?
I think maybe the first couple of years he kind of took, but I think in that last year he kind of went away from that, and the reason why is because Eberflus had proven that he does not know how to coach this game offensively.
But he picked a kicker in the 4th round.
Yeah. I think he.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
he
like
was so afraid that he was going to lose out on Taylor.
There's a better kicker in the league than Taylor that was undrafted.
Okay. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
we did. Okay, so
in the 4th round, he could have got a defensive lineman, an offensive lineman.
So do we take responsibility? Yes, he has to take responsibility for that.
Because like when Ben Johnson come in, I can almost guarantee that that Ryan Poles is not going to be making them picks on his own. Like Ben Johnson is going to be sitting in the room like, bruh.
Yeah.
We don't need no kick in the 4th round. What you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So is it that Eberflus just didn't have a voice? You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Because I think the next head coach come in is gonna have a voice.
He is.
In regards to,
and they know they gotta have it that way.
Yeah.
They gotta have it that way. So literally, this draft and this free agency, that's why I said it's gonna be sooner than later that they get the coach in there. They need the coach in place so that they know what direction they're going in. They need him to get his coaching staff, because when it comes to free agency that opens up in March, you gotta have your staff already in place.
Yeah. And Ryan Poles just need a couple of people in the room that could check him.
Yeah.
You know, like, bruh, don't do that.
And I think that's what Kevin Warren is now there. Yeah. It's gonna be like, hey, that's not good football.
But see, I don't think Kevin Warren is gonna get involved with that like that. But I think the head coach will.
Yeah, he will. Especially Ben Johnson.
Especially,
he definitely will.
You know, because his assistant GM stopped him for trading up to get a Doomsday.
Yes.
And he was about to pull an okie doke, like, brother. And he had to tell him, like, bruh, slow down, be careful.
It's gonna be cool.
He gonna fall to us, you know.
Yeah.
We good. So I think another person in the room, like the head coach, is saying, like, man, look, I need a left tackle, man. I don't care what you do.
I agree.
I need a left tackle. So whether you feel like you need to trade, don't take no defensive end with the 6th pick. I need a left tackle.
I need a left tackle.
Trade back if you got to trade back. But this the player I want right here.
He needs that in
He
there.
needs somebody to tell him, like, bro, come on, man, you ain't the coach.
Right. I need give me my
This is what I need, right?
Just give me my weapon. So I agree with that, man. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna enjoy the rest of the football season, but not with the expectations that we wanted.
Or they've been also saying that, what if Ben Johnson come in and say, well, you know what? If I want to be the head coach, I need y'all to get rid of Poles and hire the assistant GM from Detroit.
I don't think they'll give Ben Johnson that type of clout right now.
Okay.
And the reason why is because you proving yourself to be an offensive coordinator.
Right.
Now you got to try to prove you're not no Andy Reid status. You're not on Andy Reid status. You're not on Bill Belichick status when he was in the league and somebody. So right now Ben Johnson don't have that type of plug where he can go up there and say, let's change out our GM.
But if he delivers, like over
But
delivers,
it's going to be
first
years. It's going to be years. Because just like right now, we was just talking about this in the car, and this is player-wise. You got C.J. Stroud who came in, but then you got Bryce Young who suffered. C.J. Stroud, I mean, had a heck of a year.
Yeah.
This year, not like that. Yeah. Actually, Bryce Young is doing better.
Yeah.
Bryce Young is doing better.
Yep.
This year than C.J. Stroud. And that's
C.J. Stroud struggling.
He's struggling because what he did was it's like that hype that he came up on.
Yep.
And when they started,
He lost his receivers.
Exactly.
Constantly losing receivers. Tank Dell went
His
down.
offensive line ain't that great this year either.
My man that came in this league, what's his name for Washington?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, from the beginning of the season to now,
this nigga,
he is literally digressed. He's literally gone down. Why? Because
Jaden Daniels wasn't running a sophisticated offense either.
No.
He was running a college offense.
Absolutely.
That's what
Absolutely.
Kingsbury does.
That's what Kingsbury does. And now what was happening is that teams are now privy to that. So now that defense is
They
now
made the
allowing.
adjustments. Yep.
They made adjustment. So Jaden Daniels came in there killing them. Now he is leveled off like a bomb.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if it wasn't
I don't
for
know what
his-
he did snap last week though.
Yeah, he did. But again, he can snap against subpar teams. But again,
I don't know. That was against Philadelphia.
it
He-
was
he-
against Philadelphia. But Philadelphia ain't on
Philadelphia-
Detroit level.
Yeah, I disagree, but that's just for us to disagree.
Right,
But
right.
I think Philadelphia can beat Detroit.
You know what?
Because Philadelphia has a better defense than Detroit
they
does.
do, they do.
So I think Jalen Carter is like beasting this year. The Bears could have had him,
We missed the boat. We missed
but we
It's
needed
just-
we needed right though. So
We did, but could we have gotten
the same
somebody
time?
with?
imagine
Go ahead.
imagine the offensive line without right.
Oh my God! We'd have had to go with another one though in that
facts.
draft.
Facts.
But I still say we should have made some type of deal, trading away to get right, and then we should have drafted Jalen Carter and then made some type of
That
deal.
would have been impossible.
Woo, Jalen Carter is that dude.
Something
That would have been impossible because the Bears had the 9th pick in the draft.
We did have the 9th pick.
Right. And so what happened was they moved back one spot and gave Philadelphia the 9th pick because I think Philadelphia had the 11th.
They had
No, they had the 10th
They had
pick.
the 10th pick.
So they just moved back one spot just to swap those picks. And that's so for them to have to move back to get the 10th pick, they would have had to give up like a first round pick the next year. And like
but would it have been worth
that-
it
nah.
to get Jalen Carter and Wright?
No.
Okay, all right.
Want me to tell you why? Want me to tell you because remember
I
you
was
got to
gonna say, you gotta
remember.
explain that to me.
Yeah.
So because you got to remember how everything fell. You know the Bears. That was that first round pick the next year. That was the first pick in the draft the next year that they traded.
Oh yeah, we would have. Yeah, okay. And then, but we end up trading that and got the boatload of picks.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that's how all that played out. That year, they had the 9th pick in the draft. They got Wright.
Yeah, because we
Then the
traded back.
next year, that's when the Bears got the first pick in the draft. When they had the first pick in the draft. So then that's when they traded with the Panthers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if they would have never did that, then Philadelphia would have had the first pick in the draft.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that no, like you know.
Okay, I get it. No, because that messed up our whole estilo.
But them two dudes, like
Yeah.
Jalen Carter.
So
I
you
knew
think
what Jalen-
Jalen?
I
So
knew
now
Jalen
you
Carter's
saying
gonna be
Jalen
cold.
Carter would have been worth all they got from the Panthers
no.
the next year.
It wasn't worth that. I just, man.
I knew Jalen Carter was gonna be that dude when in the game, Pat Mahomes
I knew
tried
he
to
was gonna
spike
be
the
like-
ball. And he came through the center legs and caught it, but it just bounced out of his hands. I was like, yeah,
I
he's
knew
that dude.
that
That's an elite
Jalen
move.
Carter was that dude, man, in college.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
tried to bring up all that negativity about him.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was.
they was talking about his attitude and stuff.
But he's still being a knucklehead in Philadelphia right now. If I don't know if y'all remember seeing this, but you can look it up.
Uh-huh.
That was a couple of weeks ago where the head coach he did something stupid in the game. Then the head coach was trying to go off on him, but the defensive coordinator stepped in between them.
Right.
And then Jalen Carter was standing back there laughing at it. You know what I'm saying? So he's still really being a knucklehead.
just awesomely talented. That's crazy, man. And that can literally hinder his career in the future.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our injury list. Elijah Hicks,
Everybody injured.
Travis Travis Homer, Elijah Hicks is
Especially
out.
for the last game of the
Yeah.
season. I doubt if anybody played.
Man, Homer is out. Tevin Jenkins is out. Morris out. Tavarius Morris is out. Amagaje is questionable. Dexter questionable. Kramer questionable. Mercedes Lewis. I didn't even know he got in the game to be questionable.
Yeah, he got one pass throw at him that he didn't catch. So
That was it.
yeah.
It's like when you get your opportunity, you gotta.
So keep in mind though, this injury list is going to change because the Bears don't play tomorrow. They played already.
Right.
So
Right.
the injury list
It
for
is gonna
next
change.
for the injury list next Saturday is really going to be the injury list that we have to go by.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so I predict that the Bears gonna lose.
Absolutely.
They're gonna lose against Green Bay. This is gonna be another year they own us, but hey, your eviction notice is coming soon.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
But I predict that the Bears gonna make it a pretty decent game. I say maybe maybe 7-17. Bears lose 7-17. Where you going?
Bears lose 7-17. Wait, who they play tomorrow?
They
not
play
tomorrow.
next
next
Sunday. They play
Sunday.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I always want Green Bay to lose. So
I get it. I get it. But
I don't think they just go
We need them to
17-7.
We need
I
to-
think
we need them to
definitely
lose.
I think they'll lose, but it'd be like
Green Bay has been picking up their offense late.
I think it'd be close.
What is it?
It's Green Bay and all that to me.
What is it? Give me a score.
It's gonna be like, I don't know, 21-17. Like it's not gonna just be 17-7. Like
Say 7.
we definitely
could
the
not-
Bears got some
we
fire in
couldn't
them when they
move
play.
the ball Thursday.
That's
We
Thursday.
scored 3 points
That's
throughout
Thursday.
the whole entire game.
That's Thursday, but Green Bay ain't all that.
Whatever, bro.
So I'm thinking 21-24.
That's close.
The reason why
20
I'm
points
why 21
off
to
of,
the
Let me-
off of a dude, off of a team that scored 3 points.
let me
on
tell you why.
Thursday.
Let me tell you why I say that. Next week, by the time it's time to play that game, that game is gonna mean absolutely nothing to Green Bay. They might not even play their starters.
Okay,
So
because they're going into
I
the
think
playoffs.
right. I think Green Bay is still gonna win because they got that. I keep forgetting, dude. Malik Willis, I think, is the backup, and he's cold too. So I think Green Bay is still probably gonna win the game, but I don't think that
You know
all
it's
the
gonna
starters
whoop
are
us,
gonna
yeah.
play, meaning that the Bears' offense is gonna do better because they're gonna be playing against second
and third.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that going. All right. So we got our predictions in. Hopefully, y'all got y'all predictions in for the game next week. Now, what's going on with these Bulls, y'all?
Oh man.
What's going on with these Bulls? Again, can I have a second to rant?
Go ahead. Look, we don't sit back. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, 'cause
Here's my rant.
Bulls
Here's my rant. Chicago, I'm talking about across the board. Basketball, football, soccer, baseball. You guys have not done justice to this market.
Yeah.
We are a major market city. Y'all sell out. Even the Sox are selling out and lost 121 games. You guys are not doing justice to the market that have made y'all billionaires. You are not investing into great players, bringing in talent. You are not bringing in great coaches. You are not bringing in great situations that cause us to win. We have not truly been a winner since 97 when the Bulls won their last championship. Enough is enough. I'm almost ready to stop boycotting. I'm ready to stand out front of the stadium saying, hey, don't buy these tickets
No, sir.
until they learn how to appreciate what we are. Not just a subpar market. We are one of the league's biggest markets, and our teams, our presidents, our owners need to treat it like that.
No, facts.
This makes no sense that Chicago had a chance to get Udoka as the head coach, but you flew all the way out there to bring Billy Donovan in here and have not yet proven himself to be that man. He lost it in OKC, and y'all lost your minds bringing him here. I'm telling you right now, Udoka, that man made Celtics #1 team, and they won a championship based off of what he built up there. Then he goes down to Houston, and they're #1 team out there. Sorry, y'all not thinking. Y'all not thinking. It goes, that's my rant. I'm just saying, Chicago, y'all full of crap right now. Y'all full of crap.
Do you think that they're gonna be able to trade Zach LaVine before the trade deadline?
Look at the contract they gave this man. That contract has stopped every movement for Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine could have been traded.
I ain't gonna lie, Zach LaVine, anybody can see it clear as day. Zach LaVine got game. He's just not consistent.
Been talking about doing the trade for him though.
Hey, that Golden State can that, they want to stay relevant or whatever. But what are you getting? What are you getting?
Get some expiring contracts just to get the money off the books.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what we got to do.
Just give me a couple of players in their last year of their deals. Y'all can have Zach LaVine. And so at the end of the season, those players that you gave me is gone. And now I got that whole $40 million that I was going to have to pay Zach LaVine. I could get that to somebody else.
Yeah, because Zach had proven himself not to be a guy that got it. He got the talent. He got the physical ability. He don't have the heart.
What about what's his name? The center. What's his name?
Who?
The center. What's his name?
Oh, the center. Talking about Vooch.
Vooch. What about Vooch? You think they should trade Vooch?
Right now,
I actually like Vooch.
He got a smooth Vooch has been our most consistent player.
Yeah, he got a smooth game. I used to talk trash about him because.
But what if they can lose out and be in at least top 5 of the draft next year?
I mean, we need a guaranteed one.
Nah, ain't no.
It's never guaranteed.
Right, that ain't never guaranteed. Right,
it's a lottery. But okay, I don't know, because at this point in time, just like we have to get rid of DeRozan. DeRozan, he's my boy, but he slows the game down because he's a half-court player. Yeah. And he just, his time is coming to an end.
What does the team need? Like,
we need hard-nosed players. Like we need that Anthony Edwards. We need that what's our boy from Memphis, Ja Morant. We need guys that's edgy, and then we need a supporting cast around them.
I was gonna say
we need that
every
1-2
player
punch.
you just named. Their confidence levels is insane. Their cockiness is insane. People can call it cocky, but their confidence level is insane. But all they do is talk trash and ball.
They got
we
their
need
teams
somebody
relevant.
that can. You know what I'm saying?
Tavion, they got their teams relevant. They got their teams relevant. And that's what I'm saying. They're building around these guys because you can. We have nobody we can build around.
Right.
We're trying to say that for Montes isn't even getting the playing time.
Right.
No facts.
Right.
And so who are we building around? We still got this unilateral dream. Thank you. We still got this dream that we're building around Zach. It's proven we can't.
Zach plays 0 defense. 0.
Then I seen him give up in games. I see him standing on the sideline. This is your #1 player.
Look, your 40 points means nothing if the person that you got is scoring 42.
Absolutely. Michael Jordan said, I wanted the ball in my hands. He said, I wanted the ball in my hands. Regardless if he was going to dish it off, he said he felt that the best chance for them winning was the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
We ain't got nobody like that on the team for real.
We haven't had nobody like that in a while.
D-Rose, but man,
D-Rose, after the injury, that was it.
That was it. It was over. Right.
That was it. We have nobody else, man. Now, we had this this concept that we can.
I mean, Kevin Butler was
no.
not Kevin. Damn, I said this. I'm thinking of the kicker.
Right, the kicker.
But Jimmy Butler was one of those dogs.
He was, but he was young at that time.
But him and Derrick Rose clashed so much because they both wanted to be number one.
Yeah.
And they basically killed that team that way.
Yeah, they did.
Because I think they could have went to the finals that year.
They definitely.
But then
could've.
they was arguing with each other on who should get the ball.
Absolutely.
And end up letting. I don't know, man.
I mean, we had Tyson Chandler, we had Luol Deng, we had Ben Gordon.
Yeah.
All of these guys, man, we had some great players on the team at that time, and we were making noise. But again,
I think it's the same way with that. No, it's kind of off subject, but that OKC team, James Harden, KD, and Russell Westbrook.
That's absolutely what
that
happened.
team was.
That team was stacked, and they didn't know how to use.
They should have won. That was Billy Donovan's team.
That was Billy Donovan.
But they should have won about 4-5 championships with that team.
And
James
that's why I fought Durant.
They was the Warriors before the Warriors.
Yeah. Absolutely. I fought Durant because you shouldn't have left. You should have ran that back. You should not have left. You not only did you leave, you went and joined the team that beat you.
That team was so dope. They had James Harden coming off the bench.
6 man. 6 man. 6 man. So
Mans was going.
There's absolutely no way. All right, y'all. This has been a great show today, man.
Absolutely.
My boy Ty, my son Tay is in the house. Dude. We have had a great show today. We'll be back, man, soon to discuss what's going to happen next week, y'all. So, man, y'all enjoy these bowl games today.
Well, maybe we could do a playoff preview next week.
Yeah, we can do a playoff. Let's do that.
For sure.
Let's do that because we'll have everybody in that is actually before this week is out. We'll know who's all in and who's all out.
Yeah.
So, man, but thank y'all for joining us today. Listen, this is NSP, Shot Sports Talk Chicago. Y'all have a great weekend. Happy New Year to everybody. Listen, we'll holla.